What's up, gamers? I'm back. Now,
yeah,
some things you might notice. Some things are different. My hair is longer. Firstly, my TV is once again not on.
Yeah,
It's a terrible. It keeps
my
on
facial
YouTube.
Hair, my facial hair is starting to grow in a little more again.
What? And you might notice that Who Needs Normal is a year older. Wow.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot. I was born yesterday.
Yeah.
I was.
So we can do. Can we do the thing? You think I was born yesterday? Yes.
SpongeBob, Johnny Bravo kicking by the beach bar. DJ making me feel like
I was literally born. I reborn, you might say. I was born again.
He has found Christ.
Also, Chester's revealed his true height to us all.
Yeah, I've been on a booster sheet this whole time. I lost it.
He's actually he keeps lying about being 6 foot something. He's actually a gremlin.
Oh damn! I'm getting shorter. Ow! Ah!
Holy frick! How low does this chair go?
I'm not. The chair's not going low. The table's going up. You dingus.
Oh, I was confused. You have a. Is that motorized? It feels like it's motorized.
Yeah.
Is it a standing desk?
Yeah, it is. Rise up, gamers.
Now you can
raise up.
You should do investigation videos like this where you're just standing here like all the YouTubers who stand in front of their camera.
Why am I so dim? Focus on me.
I don't know. Your lighting is a little bit dark today. Maybe it's just
the screen I have over here, my horizontal screen, is covering my face light.
And also, it's just earlier in the day. I guess you don't have the sun shining through your window.
It's a very cloudy day. Anyway, welcome back everyone to another episode of Bikini Bottom Inquirer. We are very excited. There we go. I'm back. We're very excited to have you with us today. We've got some fun things to chat about. Mr. Who Needs Normal has released his big investigation.
Finally, it took 10 years to get that done, and I'm not thrilled with its performance, but I'm not disappointed either. It petered out right around 6,000, but could have been better. But that's what we said about the Rugrats video. That's true.
It's continued to do well. It's continued to grow.
I was hoping for at least 10,000, so hopefully it'll get to there eventually someday.
Yeah.
Once upon a time.
The Rugrats one petered out at about 17,000, 18,000 is where it really stopped, and now it's at 23.
All right.
So
part of the problem is it's like the ones that you were doing, you're talking about these big specials that everyone remembers. I'm talking about a
breaking
niche
news
on top of a niche on top of a niche. So it's like,
so you like SpongeBob?
The niche of Nickelodeon, the niche of SpongeBob, the niche of video games, the niche of SpongeBob video games, the niche of what is widely considered the worst SpongeBob game, and then the niche of the development of video games. It's a whole tower of niches here.
Could you pick a better hobby? Could you pick like a hobby that gets views or something, please?
Exactly.
This is as your friend and business partner. Could you could we?
I've got it.
How about keybombing?
I have a little story about that later, but we're gonna dive right into it.
We're gonna dive right in. Before we dive right in, ladies and gentlemen, this is now I want you to understand for both the audience and Ty here. This is now your life. This is now your existence. Is being sold my book. Check it out.
Buy the book.
Buy the book. It's on Amazon. I Am Monster by Chester Liddon. Buy it. Leave a good review. It'll be out on Audible in a few weeks when microphones arrive in Estonia.
Estonia? Okay.
Yeah, because there's a character in it that's Estonian, so I'm having it read by an Estonian.
What is it called?
I Am Monster by Chester Liddon. It is a cosmic horror story. It's not super gory or anything like that. It's more psychological. It's more similar to something like What would you say? What's the thing about the children on an island killing each other? King of Flies.
Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies. It's very similar to something like Lord of the Flies or like a 1950s, 60s horror movie.
A Google search is not pulling it up. Hold on, let me trick Amazon.
Going to Amazon. That's where it is.
Yeah, but like I would have hoped that Google would have been like, oh yeah,
at some stage, I think it will. We're going to be posting about it a heap. I'm going to be jamming it down your throat. It's heaps of fun. It's really small. I've had people read it in 3 hours. Other people read it in 3 days.
$17 American.
$17 American, and you can get it on Kindle and all like the ebook stuff. We're going to be releasing it on different platforms as well, so you can get it from different locations and all that. Check it out.
My camera's, I don't know if it is the camera or the connection. It was just
you looking one way and then flash and you're the soy face.
All right. Well, buy Chester's book.
It's first of a series.
And watch the video that I just put out last weekend.
Yeah.
It was interesting. So it was about the original pitch document for Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, and also the tech demo, which was arguably the more interesting part.
Yeah, we've been hearing about that tech demo since like day one of your videos, and then everyone's subsequent videos where they talk about the game and they do a full recap of what you like.
Well, I learned about it originally because Did You Know Gaming kind of talked about it in their original video, like back in like 2016. And I found the interview that they got that information from, which I relied on a lot for a lot of my information because it was one of the only interview. Well, actually, it might have been the only interview at the time, and it was fairly in depth. And they kind of talked about how they got it in the first place and how it was all about this demo. And like you said, we've been hearing about it. I talked about it. Other people have talked about it. It was in this interview, and it was always a thing, but we'd never actually seen it before.
No.
And then, back in 2022, I believe, I was approached by someone who had
in a street, in a trench coat.
Yes, that's kind of how it felt.
3 gnomes in a trench coat.
He was looking to do his own documentary for this organization he was supposedly a part of. The dude turned out to be pretty sketchy, and I regret giving him anything that I gave him, but that's a whole other can of worms. But he happens to have a copy of this tech demo, but according to him, it doesn't work. He was given this tech demo by Billy Kane. But the disc, like, apparently is just scratched up or something, according to him. But he's kind of the reason I found out about these documents in the first place. Because I don't know if Billy told him they were there, where he found them. I'm trying to be vague, but I'm kind of giving more and more away as I speak. I ended up seeking out the same way that he found them because he was not willing to he was initially willing to share information with me, but
the U.S. Library of Congress.
Slowly over time, he became, and he had a reputation online for hoarding information and not sharing it with the public, in kind of intentionally. Like, he always talks about how he intends to do it but never actually does it. And it was a whole thing. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go seek out this information myself, and I'm going to release it myself because he's never going to do it. And I waited like over a year for him to do so before I actually started doing this. So, point is, I have all these documents, and I'm going to be releasing them over time. Everyone's asking me to release the document publicly. I just got done explaining some of the intricacies of why I haven't released it yet to Chester. I'm not going to get into that here, but I will say I'm working on it. It will be released as soon as I am able to release it. There are certain... I'm not trying to get in trouble with certain organizations. So,
just whenever you think about, it's like, oh, he hasn't released the documents yet. Can you just for a second just picture a scene from National Treasure or something, and impose Ty's face on Nicolas Cage. That's what he's actively doing with this information. Yeah,
that's kind of how it felt because someone asked in the comments. They were like, "Where the heck did you get these?" And I thought
it's a long story.
Well, I thought about saying like, literally, like just picture the end of Indiana Jones where they're locking the Ark of the Covenant away in that warehouse. That's basically along the lines of what it was. But so I thought we would go kind of just back through this, hit some of the interesting points. I wanted to get some of Chester's thoughts. He kind of, when he narrated it for me, he kind of riffed on it a little bit, reacted to some of the weirder aspects of it. And I thought we could go back through it and kind of discuss it, kind of circle back around. Because you had mentioned maybe doubling up, making a podcast out of it as well. So
yeah, well, my goal has always been for when we do an investigation for our next podcast episode to be a deep dive into stuff, because there's always stuff that you leave out. There's always stuff that's like, I just don't have time. Like there was hundreds and hundreds of public photos from the SpongeBob tour for the 10th anniversary. Hundreds of photos, lots of stuff that I was just like, some of these are funny, some of these were cool, other ones are interesting. And then the writer producer guys, his whole blog through that era was really interesting, of stuff he was posting about of what was going on in the show itself, his doodles, all that. So it's just stuff like is interesting to chat about after. So I'm always keen to kind of do a follow-up discussion a little bit, clear up any questions as well if there are too many.
So first of all, at the beginning of the video, I did some setup and I showcased the Kids' Choice Awards from the year the year following the release, where Dwayne Johnson plays the game live on stage. How did you feel about that, Chester?
I have a very deep and unreasonable dislike of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson at the best of times.
Same here.
That was made infinitely worse by Black Adam and his attempt to hijack DC and ruining like Henry Cavill's career for like a year because he quit Witcher and then came back for this and you just embarrass him.
I think he quit Witcher for it sounded like they kind of
but the timing of like, I'm coming back as Superman. I also left Witcher type of thing. It's like,
yeah. I mean, he's got a lot going on now. He's doing a Voltron movie. He's doing a Warhammer series or something. He had something else that he was doing as well. So he's got a lot going for him.
Yeah.
And he'll probably do other stuff as well.
So the clip with Dwayne doing that just exemplifies everything that I dislike about him just perfectly. So I appreciate in that regard, just like, man, this guy's fake. There is no charm. There is no comedy. There is nothing. It's just.
I mean, he built his career off of an entirely fake industry.
Off doing the eyebrow boom.
Yeah, off of the wrestling and everything. I mean, that was his thing. He's putting on a show, and that's kind of, that scene I believe was really before he was an actor. From what I recall, he might have done like Doom or something like that around that time, but or
Scorpion King, because that was like 2000.
I can't recall. I can't recall what his earliest roles were, but he wasn't a big acting name at that point. But they had him on stage. He was with this other actress. I can't think of her name. She was kind of a big deal at the time.
Like doing the voiceover for it.
No, that was Rosie O'Donnell, I think.
What?
Hold on.
Because she was infinitely more annoying.
Yeah. Rosie O'Donnell, she hosted the awards multiple years. She was kind of known for hosting this award show at the time. And yeah, she's annoying.
Oh, dear.
And she was really playing it up, trying to get the kids in the crowd all hyped up. But it, like I
those
said,
kids were hyped. Those kids were pumped.
Absolutely. If I would have watched that back,
it was
in the day,
working.
I would have been hyped. That would have been crazy. But the whole time she's just screaming. She's like, "Look out for the skeleton! Oh, get the green guy! Don't forget the jellyfish!"
She's had practice because she's just been watching the same 30-second clip over and over.
Well,
Dwayne,
exactly.
This is his first time.
Yeah, and he's like over here pressing the D-pad to attack or whatever. He's just hitting random buttons on this giant prop controller. It was funny, and I didn't include the follow-up to that where the female star, she's like, oh, I'm gonna let me try. I've got cheat codes, and holds up like this little pamphlet that just says cheat codes, and then she proceeds to just do all the same stuff but better. And it's like, oh, she really used those cheat codes. The whole thing is just everything I hate about like people's perception of gaming in general. It was very much like they have no idea what they're doing gaming wise. They're just And the whole idea of making a competition out of Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. They had to just make something up. They were doing like this. You have to go over the bridge, catch the jellyfish, come back, kill the ghost, and then just making this fake scenario.
Yeah.
And it was ridiculous. But and then after that, I started showcasing the tech demo. How'd you feel about that epic intro that I edited together with pre-made effects for Bikini Bottom Inquirer?
The rotating.
Yeah.
That was very good. No, I really like that you've got a very different style to what I just do.
Yeah.
What I just do is just what I've learnt to do over, it's just my immediate gut reaction to anything.
Right.
Because I've been doing it for 10 years.
Yeah, I was kind of experimenting because that was not at all what I was used to. That was the first time I've done a video on camera, so I was messing around with stuff, and I was changing things on the fly. Like when I was watching your parts, I started editing them into the thing because I thought they were funny. So the tech demo.
Yes.
First thoughts, as for you, I really painted it as a certain way.
I think you both painted them as more than they are, and less interesting than they are. In my mind, I was imagining a lot more, but a lot more of just T-posing, blocky shapes, general textures, like maybe a box with a SpongeBob texture on it, and then some bubbles hanging around people's head that marks them as people you can interact with, and all that. What you have is there's only a few screenshots of it, but there is such a different vibe to it of deep discomfort.
Yeah, I would say.
But there's so much there that's so early in development. You have fully modeled textures. You have the chest. You have the ground, the location, background. You have really interesting early models of what the textures later become, except for Mr. Krabs, as you were saying.
Right, and even then, as I wrote it out as it looks almost exactly, and then when I compared it in editing, I was like, well, there's more changes than I kind of made it out, but he does look very close.
He's way closer than SpongeBob, which is weird.
Yeah.
SpongeBob looks like his face is about a third smaller than it should be.
I think part of the problem was SpongeBob was the playable character, so they were having trouble with that. I don't know. Because all the other models are static, obviously.
Yeah.
And they all look very off, besides Mr. Krabs, like you said. Gary looks dead in the eyes.
Squidward
they all
look he doesn't have a lower jaw. Squid looks like he's got he's got no chin.
His
nose, but
his nose is also drastically smaller, and his mouth is oversized. If you zoom in and enhance. Patrick was the one that really stood out to me, and I ran with that when I wrote the original part.
Yeah.
I wrote a lot of that video a long time ago as I was working on this documentary. The intro and outro were what were really added in, and I went back and added in jokes and stuff, but I was always really fixated on Patrick. The way his eyes are, the way his mouth is, if you look at his pants, they don't look anything like Patrick's pants. The pattern is all wrong. I think
you're right. It's got like
leaves
2
on,
splotches.
and it's not even the right splotches, and they're not in the right location. I don't know
Yeah.
what exactly was up with that, but he just looks creepy. He looks the creepiest of all of them, in my opinion. And just maybe it's just
because the mouth goes from edge to edge.
Yeah, it's like it looks like he just to open his mouth, he unhinges the top of his head.
Yeah.
And,
oh, we should so do an episode on all of the FNAF SpongeBob fan games.
Yeah.
Just do a video on all of them.
We should do a live stream where we play them. Did you ever play those on stream? I feel like I watched someone play one of those on stream.
I've done that a few times. About once a year or so, I'll go online and collect all the new good-looking SpongeBob fan games, and I'll do a live stream playthrough of a bunch of them.
Yeah. Some weird things that I pointed out when I was talking about it. First of all, Squidward's house having bamboo behind it. Apparently, this was in the pilot. Do you remember this being in the pilot? Someone commented that it was in the pilot. Because granted, I haven't watched the pilot, and I don't know how long, so it never occurred to me. But
I wouldn't have picked it. I wouldn't. Like if I was looking at the clip, I'd be like, yes, reef blower. It was there. And I think it was in nautical nonsense.
I mean, I have a VHS called Nautical Nonsense. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, it was there in the early episodes, and I didn't put it together. It's been too long.
Yeah.
But and then these bubbles is what I've come to the conclusion that it's like a particle effect, but they look so weird for a particle effect. They look like collectibles, like upon first glance, in my opinion. But a lot of people kind of, because I fixated on it so much because I wasn't sure what they were when I was writing out that video. A lot of people, I think, kind of fixated on that and just kept saying, "Oh, they're obviously bubbles. They're underwater. Duh, moron." That's how the comments kind of felt as we were going.
I always, whenever the comments really start to fixate on something and they'll repair, it's just like, I instinctually think you're wrong. Shut the fuck up.
I've had that in previous videos, like I talk about in my original Dutchman video about how supposedly the glitch doesn't happen on the slim model of PS2. Apparently that was false information, and I was told 100 times over.
Were you doing a little bit of spreading of false information?
Yeah, I was
misinformation.
spreading disinformation. Who needs normal? Classic disinformation spreader.
Could we do a full documentary that is just spreading of disinformation and try and create like a new
Let's just make up
story
stuff.
behind it.
Yeah.
If we can't find out enough about AWE games, we just start making stuff up. I'll be your source, and you can be my source, and we won't tell each other. We'll stay discreet about it. Well, I'll say anything you want to know.
What very little I found about AWE games is a little bit off-putting, in my opinion, from what I recall. So, we'll just we'll take that and run with it, and just make a hit piece.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know about the bubbles. Like, there's some of these here that like could be signifiers of like markers or areas of lights or something like that. Like, I'm looking at the one that's like an overview of the boxes, the distance one, like the one that's really high above.
And
like,
I don't know what those
for the spotlight.
I don't know what those boxes are either. Someone said that was one theory that someone posed in the comments, was that they have something to do with lighting. The problem with that, I mean, maybe some of them are, but the problem that I noticed is like their location changes. So I don't know if the lighting would be changing.
Would be more likely that, you know, they want some form of platforming in this demo, so they just chuck some boxes in the air that move a bit.
As far as the boxes go, that was what I assumed, but it also occurred to me that they could be something else that like you said, it could affect.
There's also only 2 of
something.
them. There is 2 of them, so it's like that's not much platforming.
So I don't know, and also like that jellyfish down in the corner. You know, they when I interviewed people, they kept talking about the jellyfishing mechanic in this demo. Meanwhile, you only see the one jellyfish down there in the corner, and you don't really see a net. I kind of pointed out there was something in the distance that looked like maybe it was a net that you could collect and then use, but you never see SpongeBob using it. So I have no idea how that really functioned. I really wish that stupid disc would have worked, because otherwise we would have this demo right now.
That's sorry comments. Those bubbles are 100% collectibles. As he's jumping onto the platform, and there's a bubble on each of them. That's 100%. Those are 100% collectibles.
Well, see, that's another thing too, though, that people got mixed up. Those are not the same orbs. Those orbs
are the same orbs?
No. So if you look on that same image, you see like. So if you look in that same image, you see a little ball above him in the distance, and then another little one below, right by that cylinder. Those are the orbs that I was.
You were confused about.
I was wondering about. Those are the bubbles. Those balls, because someone else in the comments got this confused as well. Those ones that are on the platforms to be collected, those are the Krabby Patties, and you can tell.
So clearly they're Krabby Patties.
They're exactly. Well, they appear in other images as well. You can tell that they're supposed to be the Krabby Patties because there's the Krabby Patty counter in the top corner, and they're clearly collectibles.
So I just clicked onto one part of the video where you've got the jellyfish in a corner with just an arrow pointing to it. It's like those Instagram videos.
I used the arrow because I was trying to make it very obvious what I was talking about in the moment. And even still, people, we were just talking about how you were thinking these Krabby Patties are the orbs. Even still, people didn't fully grasp what I was talking about in the moment. I don't know if they were just listening to the video or what, but even with the arrows, people got confused. So I don't even.
The concepts you're exploring are too big. They're too big.
Yeah. But those are Krabby Patties. The other bubble things, I don't freaking know what they are. I posited that maybe they were stand-ins for jellyfish, but I don't think that's what they were at all.
They've got some transparency to them. Like if you look at the one that's got looking from the perspective of SpongeBob's house across, you can see some of SpongeBob's house through it. So it's got some transparency, which is interesting. That's a tricky texture for such an early model to have a transparency.
Speaking of SpongeBob's house, how do you feel about SpongeBob's house?
It looks like its eyes are going off in two random different directions.
and it did a really poor haircut on itself.
And still the soy face. Whoa!
Yeah. SpongeBob's house in particular. Also, Patrick's rock doesn't have the antenna on it for some reason. They were clearly
feel like that
Russian.
moment. When did Steven Hillenburg see this and think, yeah, they're the ones?
Oh no! See, that's the thing is, I don't think he had any say. I think he was probably like, they have no clue what they're doing because, as we talk about in the document, I guess we can jump all around. Doesn't really matter.
So we jump in,
There's probably if you notice in the video, if you go back and look at the analytics, there's a huge spike in retention right when we read off that there will be various characters in this game, such as Mermaid Man, Barnacle Boy, Neptune, and Satan. And when I first read that years ago, I was like blink it, I had to reread it like 10 times before I was like, okay, they really said Satan. What are they talking about? So that was kind of, I latched onto that as well because I was making out Patrick to be creepypasta.exe, and then there was also the line about Satan. So I was like, I'm going to make this super clickbaity. But Satan was in this game. He was supposed to be, and
he was.
And I have a feeling when Steven Hillenburg probably read that,
he flipped his desk and
he
quit.
was confused. That was when he decided he was done after
that's
the
what he was
SpongeBob
at.
movie.
He was like, I'm making the movie and I'm going. As early as 2001. He's like, in 3 years, I'm out.
Yep, all the way back.
They can't keep doing this to me.
So that's another thing too, is, in my original documentary, I took these little bits of information I got from my interviews and also that original interview that was out there. You know, it was hearsay, really. I was taking people at their word. They were like, "Well, we were big fans of the show. We really wanted to do this project because we love SpongeBob, blah 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 blah." But I feel like when you actually read the information in the documents and also some more of the history that I know about, like how they ended up doing research and everything, I don't think they had any idea what SpongeBob even was, quite frankly.
Yeah.
I think it was I do genuinely think for a lot of, I mean, for some people,
it was a complete bludge. Just like, we need this job.
Yeah, I think it was a job. And I mean, for some people, I think they did genuinely enjoy the show after they watched it, but they were not fans from the start, as I kind of maybe falsely portrayed. As I kind of maybe falsely portrayed. I just put like B-roll of of one of the.
I don't remember that episode. I don't remember that episode. I do.
I took a VHS commercial and just kind of used it as B-roll when I was generally talking about a concept, and that was.
Did we get copyright claims for any of this?
No.
Like you're using. I apply so many damn no Viacom, don't kill me effects to my videos.
I think they've mellowed out, honestly, because like back in the day, with the Kids Choice Awards footage, I couldn't use it at all, like even the short clips, because it was immediately flagged or whatever, like even before it would go public or whatever. So but nowadays the entire thing is on YouTube. Like back in the day when I was trying to find it, the only footage of it that I could find was like on Vimeo, and whoever had uploaded it had edited it, so they made the Revenge of the Flying Dutchman portion like a YouTube poop, basically, like even more over the top and just when this person posted this footage, they edited it so they made it more crazy, and then they also edited the end, because at the end of the show, or at the end of the gaming portion of the show, which was like a majority of the show, they announced the winner of the award for best game of the year or whatever. And Revenge of the Flying Dutchman won the award.
Hey.
And people were not happy about that, apparently, or at least this guy who posted this footage wasn't happy about it. So he changed it to be like he edited out the part, like there was a part where they were saying all the names of the games and flashing them on screen before they announced the actual winner. And he just took the part where they said the name of the like Mario Party 4, I think, on the GameCube, and just made them like edit in the clip so it made it look like Mario Party 4 had won. Right. And then they just keep going. So
who's a fan of Mario Party 4?
Well, I actually, you'd probably be voting for the other one that was on it was what was
Persona it? 4?
No, it was I know you're a fan of these games, I think. Hold on. Kids Choice Awards.
Better not be Pokemon.
2000. Do you not like
Me
Pokemon?
My boys hate Pokemon.
You hate Pokemon?
I like Pokemon.
I
haven't played since the 3DS.
It's so satanic. No. The 3DS was the peak of that series. I won't lie with you.
I won't say it again. We've got to edit it out already. You know what I mean?
The 3DS was the peak of that series. I won't lie.
It was. I loved. I played X like 4 times.
X is also my favorite. I also really like Alpha Sapphire, but X is definitely.
I played X, and before that, like I played all the ones on
Okay,
they're not the same, but on
I'm scrolling
N64.
through the awards to find it, and apparently there was an award for favorite female butt kicker. And
good.
Jennifer Love Hewitt won that award, apparently.
Jennifer. Very good, Jennifer.
But it was okay. So the games that were up were Spider-Man, Mario Party 4, Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, and Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And that's the one I think that you would have voted for.
It's a good game. It's a good game.
Never played it.
As the best like ambient lighting of any PS2 game I've ever seen. It's got such good like ambient
Quite
lighting
the
effects.
statement. There's
Quite the statement.
I'm trying to think of other ambient lighting in PS2 games, but to be honest, I can't think of it.
You got the Metal Gear games that are pretty like phenomenal, and you
Never
got the God
played
War
Metal
games. Me neither. I'm really excited for Snake Eater for that reason, because it's one I've really wanted to give a go for a while.
I am a big Kingdom Hearts fan, and Kingdom Hearts and Metal Gear Solid are kind of known for just having the most all over the place plot that nobody can follow unless you're like making a conspiracy board.
See, it's the thing. I think they aren't too like I don't know a heap about Kingdom Hearts, but when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, I did the usual thing where I bought the game and I watched a few videos of people like explaining everything. You can make it easy to explain. The issue is that the people explaining it just chuck out names at you so much that you get just include a little picture of who you're talking about when you say their name. So I'm like, yes, that person is the person you showed 30 seconds ago and not some other random anime boy.
I want to refer back to a video because there's a back in the day I did when I tried my hand at Nintendo content for a second. I did a Smash Bros video with my cousin where we were playing the Sora, the Kingdom Hearts DLC, and throughout that video I just start
good ones.
And now we're here.
One of the good ones.
And now we're and I just start lore dumping in the middle of us talking just as a bit. I'm like just saying the most nonsensical parts of the Kingdom Hearts lore to my cousin who's never played it to try to explain it to him, and I'm like intentionally being obtuse about it, but
and then you start going off the rails, just like, and this cloud actually isn't the original cloud, you see, and that Tifa also isn't actually the original Tifa. And you understand Sephiroth? It's like, that's the right game.
Well, that's that's genuinely part of the Kingdom Hearts lore.
I assume because isn't it in 2 that Cloud and Tifa are in it?
Cloud and Tifa shows up in 2, but Cloud was in the first 2 games. So was Sephiroth, because Sephiroth is like one of the secret boss battles that you can fight in both games, and he's like one of the most impossible boss battles.
Every time I see a clip from 1, I always really want to give it a go because it looks phenomenal for PS2. But then apparently the controls, the controls for it are really quite clunky still.
I wouldn't say on modern consoles. You don't want to play it on an original PS2 because the controls were, and I didn't remember it being this way. This was kind of like a, what's it called?
Muscle memory?
The syndrome where you remember something.
Darth Vader screaming.
Yeah, but I can't think of the word we say for it, or the guy that everyone thought was dead.
Effect.
I always do this on the podcast.
Everyone remembers something incorrectly. The Mandela effect.
Mandela, that's what it was. My brain was saying Malcolm X for some reason, but no.
Malcolm in the middle.
The Mandela effect. This was kind of a Mandela effect for me, because I remember I played it on PS2, but I don't remember it being as clunky as it was. You have to use the triggers to control the camera. The joystick that would normally control the camera does not control the camera, and that is just unplayable at this point.
Yeah.
Anyways, I lost my train of thought as far as everything we were talking about. But Kingdom Hearts, play Kingdom Hearts, you guys. I was going to say the video that I did. I just recently rebranded my channel a little bit, and I ended up privating some videos.
What?
And that was one of the ones that got privated. So
I saw the new art, and I was like, didn't we talk like a week before this about you being like, I'm never changing my
I don't know if I said
my
that.
logo
I think I
stuff.
said I felt very secure in the brand that I've cultivated. And oh yes, and I said I'm never changing the logo. I didn't change
Okay.
the logo in this because I still have the same logo essentially. It just doesn't got the 80s shine
Texture,
to it.
yeah.
Which
That's looking good.
is fine. And I've used that version of the logo before. That's
Yeah.
why I had it on hand. I was just like, I don't know that the vibe I have here is necessarily what I'm going for anymore. So it's like I'm still going for like the 80s VHS aesthetic, but I felt like it didn't fit as much. So
I wonder
felt
what
like
we
shaking
should
it
do for the season 2 rebrand.
I've thought about that.
Differently.
I've thought about that a couple of times. We're gonna have to workshop that as we.
Because I like the lines, but I feel like you could do something where it's half one and then half the other to kind of show that it's two people.
Or we can just totally, not totally rethink it, but do something different. I don't know. I don't think the lines are awful either. I think, isn't it kind of reminiscent of C&B Extra as well? I feel like you have some.
Yeah, I changed everything. I did that for C&B Extra. I've done that for Cheetos as well, my streaming channel. Like, I really like the texture of it and how, because when YouTube downgrades or cover art, wallpapery stuff, I like the way that it still looks even when it's been downgraded. Yeah. It's got a nice flow to me. But
it really compresses everything. But yeah, so that I privated some videos. That channel. Not to say that I won't do anything different on that channel, but going forward, I feel pretty confident saying that's like my formal documentary channel, and then anything is smaller and weird that I might do, I can always do here. So.
You left up the Funny Cat Chronicles videos?
I have to leave those ones up. Those ones, they were a bit, but they have to stay. They're part.
An hour and 47 minutes.
Yep. It was a long April Fool's bit. I spent an entire. I spent a long time working on the video, but the editing process, I spent an entire weekend watching, it might have been an entire week. At my aunt and uncle's house, pet sitting their dying dog, might I add, because they did not realize how in bad a shape she was when they left. They thought she was fine, but I could tell because my dog had passed away, that she was not doing well at all. So I was one of the last people she spent time with, so that was nice, I guess. But I spent an entire week just trying to get this video done before April Fool's Day. And I think I ended up getting it done at like 11 p.m. on April Fool's Day. So it kind of happened.
Down to the wire.
Yeah, it was just so much to grind out there. But
do you think you would ever combine the pre-alpha demo videos into like one big video on your channel?
I probably should. I should probably go back and, first of all, because I recorded everything except the Dutchman's Graveyard, so I need to go back and edit all of those, and then maybe go back and record, because I've still never played the Dutchman's Graveyard part of that demo. So I've thought about maybe going back and finishing it, but my priorities have just been elsewhere. Obviously, people have asked me to go back and release more of it, but it's just like the views kind of weren't there, for one, and for two, I felt like, at least personally, I wouldn't feel like watching gameplay of it. I'd just play it myself. But I think a lot of people don't want to bother with emulators or whatever. So I'll have to go back and do that for sure. I've also thought about maybe doing a more formal, walkthrough of it, presentation of it, saying.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting to do as a documentary type of thing, of an actual talk through about it. There isn't so much the playthrough type of thing,
right? Or how I do reviews of the games that I talk about in the middle of my documentaries, doing kind of the review kind of thing that I do, but doing it about the demo itself, being this is how this works in the demo, and then and it's weird because this is how it worked in the game that we got. So I'll probably do that eventually, but. Yeah. bigger priorities right now. Speaking of which, so I guess like just to finish out the conversation about the document is just there was a lot that they had planned. They were kind of, people have kind of historically said that the game gave them very season 1 vibes.
Yes, it does.
And I think it's clear from this document and others that I haven't shown yet, that was kind of the goal. They were very fixated on certain episodes from season 1 as plot points, or worlds or whatever. Oh, that's another thing. They kept calling Mr. Krabs Mr. Krab, and the Krusty Krab the Krab Shack. I don't know where they got Krab Shack from.
I will say, I think the thing that really heightens Revenge of the Flying Dutchman for me, to a point where I would say it would be in my top 5 favorite SpongeBob games. What really heightens it for me is it's got that season 1 feel. It's got that season 1 uncanny feel, where you go downtown Bikini Bottom and it's dark, it's grungy, it's kind of uncomfortable. It's kind of punk, so it's kind of got that punky feel to it that a lot of SpongeBob had.
All right, I'm about to lore drop the document. I mean, not the document. The podcast doesn't get nearly as many views, so I feel comfortable enough revealing this here. I don't think this is going to be widespread information. That was never supposed to be downtown Bikini Bottom. That was rock bottom until very late into development, where they sent them a email saying you need to change this and just call it downtown Bikini Bottom. I don't know if it's because it did not fit rock bottom at all, but I think Steven Hillenberg
Color-tone-wise, it matches, but yeah.
I think Steven Hillenberg was like, this isn't rock bottom, or like Nickelodeon was like, this isn't rock bottom, change it. So yeah, the entire time
change it to another place that it's not.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I've commented about the perpetual darkness of downtown Bikini Bottom in that game, and that's literally what they were going for. Was it was supposed to be rock bottom.
To be fair, though, it does have a lot. Obviously, it's no actual real connection, but in the Where's Gary episode, it's very similar to that style.
Right, or Hall Monitor. Yeah,
it's very similar to that style.
Yeah, exactly. I remember when Where's Gary came out, because Where's Gary came out after that episode, after that game had already released, and I remember thinking, this is just like in Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. I love this episode, because downtown Bikini Bottom was always kind of like my favorite level, and yeah, interesting to learn. That was not supposed to be downtown Bikini Bottom. That was supposed to be
really
rock bottom.
Interesting to know.
Yeah. There was a lot of weird changes. There was other levels that were planned that were original worlds that had to be cut last minute. But all will be revealed in time. I'm chipping away at it. We've started. We actually have some content out now, but yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very uncanny, and it's like the game in general, like you said, and I enjoy it partially because of that as well, like you said. So
yeah. Awesome. We've got a little bit of time here at the end. Do we want to do some stories from the week? Or
I was literally just gonna not even hard transition. I was just gonna be like, "What are you up to this week? What have you been?"
Anyway,
up to
my birthday. I've started working in earnest on my 3rd book, which is really exciting. I'm really enjoying it. It's more of a kind of small town murder mystery horror story. So I'm about 40 pages in. Ooh. And my goal is to go away for a day or 2 this week. We have a holiday house down near the coast, and go down there and just work on that for a day or 2, and just try and get another 40 pages done. My goal for writing, when I get into writing, is every single day, doesn't matter what happens, every single day I need to get at least 6 really tight pages done. Past a little while, I've been managing closest to kind of 10 to 15. So my goal is to really smash out a big chunk of it while I'm just in the right mindset for it. Yeah, and they're
Right.
releasing the first book, which is super exciting. Seeing everyone's pictures of the
Plug,
book as they get. Yeah. And then yesterday I went to Sydney, took the book on tour, which you can see.
You were just like walking up to people on the street, like, "Hey, do you want to buy my book?"
We went to the biggest bookstore in Sydney and found all the Stephen King books and stuffed my book with them for Instagram photos and stuff like that.
Should
and then
just started
recorded
leaving copies of it on shelves, just ran.
record stuff of.
Well, I can't hear it very well, but a lot of the live action stuff you've done over the years always makes me chuckle. Like when we did that Rehydrated Relief video where we did a big old collab.
Oh, it doesn't even fucking include the clip.
Well, there you go. Buy my book.
Yeah. BJ walking around, he still has eyeliner on from the previous day that he can't get off. So in all the photos, he looks just completely dead. He looks so tired.
Okay. I had this friend in high school who he was a theater kid, much like BJ and you.
Fair.
I mean, a lot of my friends were theater kids, but this kid, he still does theater. Like this was like his thing. And everyone loved him. He was always the lead. Very charismatic guy. He was the third in my friend group, I would say. And he had makeup on. I don't remember if it was after. I think he had let his girlfriend just put makeup on him or something. And he had to walk home. So he walked home and stopped at a particular gas station that I've been to this gas station, and it is particularly sketchy. Bars on the windows, slot machines on the counter inside for some reason, which is not a common thing, and has makeup on.
Yeah.
And some sketchy dude there tried to get him to follow him behind the building to the dumpster. And my friend was pretty oblivious to the situation, I guess. I was not there, but I heard about it secondhand from some people. So, yeah. Moral of the story, makeup is hard to get off.
You've got such great morals for these.
Yep.
Give me 1 second. We'll go check on today. He's about to head off for the day. I'll be back.
Oh, I guess
Don't
you
do
can
another
say
bit. Be
goodbye
quiet.
to your... Maybe I'll buy Chester's book while I'm waiting for him to come back. Let's see. Paperback or Kindle. Free delivery. Okay. The book has been ordered. Buy Chester's book, you guys. Gotta shove it down your throats even more. The Nightmarescape. Let's read... While we're here, let's read the Amazon listing for Chester's book, you guys. Okay. The Gideon Outpost. This outpost was like any other, manned by its winter crew, which numbered only 14 souls at the time of the incident. 14 ordinary men at the cusp of reality unfurling before them. A new age broken free from the abyss to take the land of men. The Age of the Nightmarescape. I Am Monster is a psychological horror story about isolation, herd mentality, excuse me, I'm dyslexic, herd mentality, and the dangerous power of personality. It is a prequel to the upcoming book series, The Nightmarescape, written from the perspective of the series' main character, as they chronologically lay out the events that set in motion decades of strife, taking inspirations from classics such as Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Who Goes There, and 1951's The Thing from Another World, to combine classic and modern horror styles into a punchy, fast-paced read. It was, let's see, it's 241 pages. It weighs 11.7 ounces. The dimensions are 5 by 0.61 by 8 inches. It is the 669,740th bestseller book as of today. It's 9,964 in psychological thrillers, 26,074 in suspense thrillers, and there are 2 5-star reviews. Let's see what the reviews say.
Mr. Who's been homo? Who's been left?
Who's been normal? Okay. Lydia Howard says, "Eat your heart out. Absolutely incredible read. Spine-chilling description served on a silver platter in total unassuming silence. Chester's literary debut is more than worth diving into head first." Sorry.
Be my review. My singular review, I think.
Maybe.
What'd you do? Why are you like this? Have you bought the book yet?
So funny story, and let's begin the story real quick with this tape. I've already talked about how we talked about this tape.
Did you spend all your money on that tape and now you're broke?
No.
No. Okay.
Excuse me while I cough my guts out.
You're right. You've coughed every single recording. You were like,
I just have a problem. I don't know if it's genetic or what.
A prominent cough.
I've noticed like Chad Tronic has the same problem where he's just coughing all the time in his videos.
Yeah. I choke on water, so yeah.
Sometimes I just start choking on my own spit for no reason. So I ordered this tape at the beginning of the month, like July 1st, literally. And you know, we talked about it in the VHS video we did. I talked about how I ordered it, blah 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 blah. Never arrived. It never shipped. I had talked to the guy. I had told you he apparently was on his honeymoon, but then even then, like weeks go by and it still hasn't shipped. And I'm like, what's going on, dude? And I try to communicate with him. I'm like sending him messages and I'm not really hearing anything. And eBay has this thing that they're like asking me, oh, how did you like your item? I never got my item. And they have an option on there to say never arrived or whatever. Like you can report it as never arrived with eBay. And they give the person 3 days to respond, to like say what's going on.
Yep.
I say when I report it, I'm like, I just put a little message to the dude like, hey man, I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to see. I don't know what's going on. You had printed the label, like it was marked as shipped because he had printed the label like 2 weeks ago. But it never updated. Like the tracking, it didn't look like he actually shipped the thing.
Yep.
And I still don't hear anything. And they give the dude 3 days to respond before they take action. But they never asked me what action I wanted taken, which I was surprised. Because my goal was still to get the tape. I obviously. Because if I had to reorder it, it would have been more expensive. So 3 days end up going by, and then on my birthday, July 26th, eBay forces a refund. But on the same day, this guy finally sends me a message. You know, I tried to communicate with him. I'm like exposing myself for being a bad person. Basically, I kind of technically ended up getting this tape for free. Because eBay forced a refund. But he said that he had to ship it with a different label and that he had shipped it at the beginning of the week. Then why didn't you tell me that? If you had just sent me a message, I could have canceled the thing. They give me the option to do that, but now that it's already been reissued, there's nothing I can do about it.
So
I don't know if there's anything I can do about it. I might look. Sorry.
So does that mean he's had a strike on his platform?
I don't know if
a
he's got a
review
strike,
left, or...
but I have the tape and his money, so I don't know. So I don't know what. I don't know what to do.
And then I responded. I said, "Fuck you, man."
I haven't responded yet. I'm gonna look and see if there's anything I can do, but it's against terms of service to pay people through other platforms. So I don't know if there's anything I can do. But
you send him a message like, "Hey, so I've got this Buzz Lightyear that you could like leave Picky alone."
Well,
he's nearly decapitated his pig.
So, long story short, I ended up using that money just now to buy your book while you were gone.
Hey!
And then I started reading the description aloud, and well, yeah.
SMH.
So
just
to
a bully.
Read that book. And in general, like my birthday was good. I watched the Minecraft movie again with my family. So there's a whole reason. I've been kind of setting up like a Blockbuster corner in my my apartment. So like where my CRT is, I have a new shelf with all my VHS tapes because I have a large VHS tape collection. And I bought a rack to put candy on, like movie theater candy. Put it on top of one of my bookshelves. And I have a popcorn maker, like the kind of popcorn maker that I ordered it as a birthday present, the kind that they use in a movie theater. So we had a movie theater experience in my apartment last night, and the house still smells like popcorn.
Did you all throw the popcorn everywhere? Chicken jerky.
I was trying to explain that whole thing to my mom, and she just could not fathom why anyone would react that way to the chicken jockey scene.
I've listened to you talk to your mum while she's been in your apartment as well. I can fully understand how that conversation would have gone.
Man.
My week has been pretty good. I have something to give you, Mr. Who Has Been What Normal. A determined to fail business card. You can check out the little back of it here. BJ, fan of the show, BJ, has been doing a 30 videos in a month. So a video every month, every day for the month.
I might not subscribe to him.
This is Determined to Fail, so this is one of his other channels.
Right, I think I've seen it though. Yeah, let me pull it up.
So it's been on Instagram and also his YouTube channel. Done a bunch of different stuff. He's been harassing Keen's Mustard. He's been doing all this type of stuff. And then for his final episode, he got a bunch of us over at Sydney, and he gave us all business cards that we had to go and hand out. I've already handed one out because when we were walking across a bridge, there was a guy on it that was handing out pamphlets. And I pulled one out and I said, "Hey, you want to trade?" And he said, "I'd love to trade." And so we traded. He gave me like some Hello Fresh pamphlet, and I gave him a business card.
Oh,
so technically I've already
the Osmo
finished.
3. Here's the Osmo Pocket 3.
Oh my god, I want one so bad.
I was literally just watching reviews of that the other day because I was also looking at their drones. Because I'm looking into getting into drone photography.
He has a Sony FX3 and FX30 as well, and every time he comes out with all of his kit, I don't care at all about the multi-$1,000 cameras. All I care about is give me that Osmo. Give me the fucking Osmo.
I want that
And
Osmo. Send me an Osmo.
If you get every video he has with me, he's like, DJI, sponsor me. But if you buy like the creator pack, it comes with also a Bluetooth connectable lav mic. Literally, it just like pins here and connects to it automatically. It's like, we were making content and making videos in the absolute worst time to be making videos and content, when there was nothing designer for it and everything was super expensive. Now it's just all this great stuff. But anyway, Mr. Who Needs Will, here for you, a business card. Subscribe to the channel thing.
Oh, okay.
There you go. That's yours. I need to give it to you because BJ needs clips of me giving it to people for the final video. So that's yours now.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll cherish it always.
Keep it in my subscribe. He needs to subscribe. Have you subscribed yet?
I just did.
Very good. Very good. That's what I like to see.
He's getting there. He'll be monetized soon.
Yeah.
I was just
thinking. I got a letter in the post from YouTube being like, "Here's your code."
You finally got it. Okay, good.
To approve your AdSense. And I'm like, "That's great." there's no area for me to add a bank account in any of this. Where are you sending the money? Or a PayPal or anything? And it's like go to payments, down a card, and click on that, and it opens up to a white page. It's like,
cool, fun.
This is Google, everybody. This is Google.
Yeah. So I'm assuming we'll have to figure that out then. I don't know.
Stop paying for some of our subscriptions.
I was going to comment that BJ is such a freaking Chad over here. He has like such a cool, like classy aesthetic to all his channel here, and I feel like a freaking loser with a Buzz Lightyear behind me and Nickelodeon VHS.
Yeah, I feel like toe the line between all my anime girls and then my collections of like leather-bound books.
Right. I really like the wood grain aesthetic back there with that shelf. Like, I don't know.
His family has a very good design aesthetic.
Yeah,
give you like a walk around his house.
I need an interior designer. That's what I need, because it's like I like the idea of interior design, but then most of what I own is toys from my childhood or colorful things, and it's like I worry what a woman would think if.
That's a good point. That is a good point. I completely understand. I have never. I wonder what Danae thought about that.
I mean, like, on paper, it's like I would want a woman that accepts me for who I am, but it's like at the same time, I like the classy aesthetic as well. It's
at the same time, be realistic.
I don't have exactly. At the same time, I don't have the classy things. I have crap from when my family was poor, so it's like my furniture isn't the greatest. My sister sent a picture of my fridge to her Discord friends to roast the inside of my fridge.
That is true. What is in your fridge, though, Mr. Has-Been? Is it just slices of cheese and ham?
a bag of cheese sticks that's mostly gone. At the time, an empty box of Mountain Dew, a jar of pizza sauce, a jar of queso cheese, and then my weight loss medication that I am no longer taking because it makes me sick and my insurance isn't covering it anymore. So,
let's resolve the fridge first, because I think that is more pressing to a woman than if he has a Buzz Lightyear toy in his bedroom.
Listen,
I think if she opens the fridge and sees the marinara sauce next to the cheese sticks, and it's like, is he dipping the cheese sticks into the marinara sauce? What's happening?
SpongeBob, Johnny Bravo kicking by the beach bar, TJ making me feel like a big star. Parents saying television does harm. I said so wrong. Danny Phantom showing how to be strong. Courage making fears upon my mind, God. Parents saying